That's your feel-good breakfast show, dude. We sort of just did that together. That's just like, we are so in tune. How's it? Dude, welcome to it. Welcome to it.
You know, we are so excited to have a modern-day adventurer in our studio. Now, the name Riaan Manser, it conjures up some incredible tales. We've seen him do some ridiculous things in the past, things that really do push the boundaries of the human spirit. Well, we ain't seen nothing yet. His next undertaking is something that is going to, I think, put his name down in the history books for sure. Just take a look at this.
Over the past 10 years, Riaan Manser has rewritten the definition of tenacity and become the epitome of courage and determination. In 2006, he became the first person to cycle around Africa alone and unaided in an epic 37,000-kilometer journey that took him 2 years through 34 countries, some of which are war zones. In 2009, he was at it again, this time becoming the first person to circumnavigate Madagascar by kayak. His latest odyssey involved battling Arctic elements with partner Dan Skinstad as they paddled 2,300 kilometers in 5 months in a double kayak, circumnavigating Iceland. And now, Riaan plans to travel from Morocco to New York in a small ocean paddling boat with girlfriend Vasti Geldenhuys in the most challenging adventure yet.
You know, I'll give my life for Vasti before anything happens, before that boat sinks. I'll give my life for Vasti, so I'm not afraid. She'll survive. I may not make it, but she will survive.
I just want to go and do it, actually for myself, to see if I'm able to do it, if I am able to go through harsh conditions. I don't even like going camping, so it's going to be an adventure for me.
It all started with a dream of Vasti's to be taken to New York to go shopping, but in true Riaan style, why fly when you can just paddle? The two will fly from Cape Town to Morocco this week, then continue the journey by boat to the Canary Islands, and then on to the Big Apple in a journey of over 10,000 kilometers over 120 days. Alone and unaided with no support boat and no ablution facilities, they plan to row for 20 hours a day at a hopeful 3 knots. Twice voted Adventurer of the Year, thousands of people from all over the world have been moved by his extraordinary and often hilarious tales of perseverance and unrelenting resolve. This journey will likely be filled with peril, but according to Riaan, there's an ocean between saying and doing. So the big question is, can their 13-year relationship survive a 4-month crossing of the North Atlantic Ocean? Only time will tell.
Well, we are very privileged, honoured and over the moon, as you can see by how excited Kat and I are to have Riaan in studio with Vasti, his girlfriend, who is going to be doing this incredible odyssey with him. Does it make you terrified, excited when you see that what lies ahead?
Well, every morning I wake up, I'm more scared.
Oh,
so
wow.
I just actually want to get going to see what it's going to be like. And yeah, it's just very
Riaan, is that how she should be?
Yeah, it does bother me a little bit, you know, because I know what the recipe is, and that's just to save all that apprehension for the first meter when you row out of the harbour or start the first kilometre. Save it for that, man. But it's easier said than done. So I've experienced it, so I don't put Vasti under pressure. Shucks, to see all the people around her. It's so close to me now to actually see people around her worried about her and thinking, where's she going? It surprises me a little bit.
Riaan, what is it about you that makes you want to take on these incredibly courageous yet crazy and dangerous missions? Like, why? Yeah. Why?
Listen, it's changed over 12 years. I move into a new realm of what I do. People say I'm an adventurer. I'm a guy who just wants good stories for my grandchildren, bottom line. So if we're going to have... We sometimes live a boring existence. I'm not saying people out there are not doing what they really want to do. Ask anybody out there if some days they say, is this what I'm doing with my life? They'll say to you, I can't believe this is what I'm doing. So for me, I want to do something exceptional, man, and Vasti's bought into that now.
Lovely. Vasti, I mean, we're talking about stories you want to tell to your grandchildren one day, but there's a very real chance that your grandchildren might probably not even exist after this. I mean, what's motivating you to want to do this?
I want to do something exceptional in my life, and Riaan gives me that platform to do it. And like I said in our press conference when we launched this thing, there's so many people that would love a seat on that boat, and I had the privilege to get it.
Sure. Talk about going to New York on holiday.
You know what I'm saying? Did he promise you a New York holiday? Do you get to do a bit of shopping at some point in the stretch? Where is the preparation? Is it physical? Is it mental? How do you... Because this seems like something that is almost impossible. How do you go about preparing for something like that?
People have rowed across the Atlantic Ocean, so we just are comfortable that it's a done thing. Like I said to Vasti, have faith, man. If I went around Africa again on the bicycle, nobody had done that. I mean, I was cycling into places where people hadn't gone. I couldn't get a book out and say, this is how you do it. We have people who've gone before us. Yeah. To get to New York, shucks, in this little rowing boat, that's going to be the challenge. But I think, no, man, it's not about me being crazy or taking on things where we feel we're going to just offer up our life for nothing. Yeah. Vasti says she wants to achieve something in her life. I tell you, every single one of us want to do that in life. Everybody.
Let's talk a little bit about the technical side of things. So you have this boat. How long is it? How long is the boat itself?
7 meters.
7 meter long boat. What do you have on this boat to ensure your survival for 120 days rowing across 10,000 kilometers?
Hey, listen, the technology is way different from what it was 3 years ago, from what it was 5 years ago. So you've got a little, a 7 meter boat, 2 pods. One pod is where you sleep, which literally can just take 2 people sleeping. The other pod is for storage.
Yes.
The middle part between those 2 pods is for the actual rowing, where the 2 people can sit and you can actually row.
Yes.
If the waves start breaking over you, you can climb into the pods, close the pods, and then, man, no waves can break over you. You'll get thrown around, you might get hurt. But once the storm is over, you get out, put your life jacket back on and start rowing. Yeah.
Have you guys worked out shifts yet? How is that going to work? How do you...
We don't know what... Somebody who's done it would tell you what you should be doing. We're saying we'd love to row the boat for 20 hours of the 24. So, in theory, we don't want the boat to just sit still and drift. You know, the Atlantic Ocean, have you ever flown to New York? No. Flown across the oceans. If you fly across and you just look down, there's a lot of water. And we don't want that boat just floating around, and also ships going over us. We want somebody on deck to be able to see the ships coming past that can't even see us, even if they tried.
Dude, good luck to the both of you. We'll be thinking of you and praying for you. Hopefully tracking your journey along the ocean somewhere on some internet site where we can plot your play.
Yeah, you can follow us, man. Follow us also on Twitter, so at Riaan Manser on Twitter. But the nice thing is we've got a competition running where 2 people can win a trip to New York and see us actually finish. Fantastic. And that goes throughout the entire 3-4 months we think it will take.
Well, I'll tell you what, we love our food here at Expresso, so we're going to make you a lovely little parting dish. We're going to send it over to the kitchen where Ilana is standing by with Mike.